What's good, YouTube? This is Very Mellow Man, and welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. It's been a very long time since I put up any Master Duel content, but there's been some reasons for that. A lot of them just being that I've had some difficulty trying to figure out how to present content related to the Master Duel festivals. And yeah, because I play the game mostly on PC now, booting up the PlayStation 5 always gives me this loading screen for the new updates and stuff. Extra Zero Festival is underway, but we're not going to actually do any duels per se because I'm a little tired of that right now. What we're going to be doing is showing off all the replays that I've saved up that involve me. Sorry about that. We're just going to watch my replays, since that's basically what I was trying to do with the Fusion Festival, except I forgot. I didn't realize that the exhibition matches were automatically deleted every time you played a new match. So here we go. So the deck I'm using for this festival is Armed Samurai Ben Kei one turn kill. You're gonna see how it works. Alright, so Thessalos Tribute summoned using security token. And we're just gonna play Reinforcing the Army to get Ben Kei. And that's all it takes for the opponent to fold. Pyrrhic knew what was going to go down. That's the fun of this deck. And his deck was just pretty much Monarchs. Monarch, Kaiju, what have you. Oh man, can you imagine we ran into evenly matched? Alright. Our next opponent here is using Fluwanderies. Boy, is this annoying. Seriously, we are playing an Armed Samurai Ben Kei, Soiter 405. We are playing against Fluwanderies, especially. It really depends on how many board wipes you can draw on your opening hand. Because a Ben Kei OTK deck works almost entirely on the idea that you're able to, you know, OTK in the first turn. So, barrier statue of the Stormwinds to stop me from social summoning anything except wind monsters. We use Lightning Storm to destroy his background spells. We negate his Fluwanderies with Infinite Impermanence. And that saves us a ton of nonsense, because he's just forced to attack us now. So we take meager battle damage. Yeah, biggest problem with this deck is that you only have 6 monsters. 3 copies of Ben Kei and 3 copies of Matsuza the Zapper, which is a backup Ben Kei. Armed Samurai Ben Kei has the ability to attack one additional time for every equipped spell card he's equipped with, and Matsuza the Zapper can attack twice per turn no matter what. So basically, your main strategy with this deck is to basically open up a godly second hand, use removal to get rid of your opponent's back row, and just take out your opponent on the next turn. And here's Zapper. Hey, True Name. Now, Second Blade gives Zapper 2,000 points, Mage Power by another 1,000, double the Mage Power, triple the Mage Power. You know that we got to, and that was, yeah, I just didn't even realize I had the 8,000 life point kill right there. This deck goes in on hard. Now, our next opponent here also uses Fluwanderies. In fact, it's a festival. You guys know at this point that there's a meta for which decks are going to be played over and over again. Especially since Fluwanderies actually has a loner deck. Specifically. So, the annoying thing about Fluwanderies is that it's one of those decks, one of those archetypes where it always feels like your opponent's turn because of the way they can just recycle every card they put into their hand that they banished the turn before. But yeah, nothing to really say here. This is what I mean by this deck kind of either going big or going home. That Fluwanderies player bricked super bad. Not that I'm complaining. And this is a Armed Samurai mirror match. His build is different from the one I'm using. Basically. Oh, that's risky. Card demise is a risky thing to do. And Field Commander Roz is not a bad idea to add consistency, but I think my build went out in the end. This is also like the longest of my replays, so buckle up. Alright, he just sets. I have to pass because I have nothing. That's just the way it goes. And Effect Veiler Beatdown is how this duel really gets started. Even after a Paw of Desires... Really, I'm not surprised. Oh, I have 7 monsters in this deck, because, well, actually still 6, because I don't really use Achamo Fright for anything other than, like, drawing a free card. So it's really just 6 monsters. And direct attack. Lightning Storm to take care of the back row. I could have gotten Infinite Impermanented there, so that's the only mistake I think I made, but... Psychic Blade again. Well, not again, I'm sorry. You never used Psychic Blade. And yeah, the whole Psychic Blade thing is really nuts when you really think about it. It's turns your monster to a big beat stick. And at this point, it's basically just whoever draws a monster first wins. I don't need Psychic Blade because I literally can't use it, so... The fact they went for Field Commander Ross instead of Ben Kei told me that he didn't have equipped spells in his hand to use. Pretty much. If he did, I would have lost right here. Protagonist power, activate. Armed Samurai Ben Kei coming in clutch. And here's Effect Veiler negating Ben Kei's effect, which is the reason that guy had them in his hand. Multiple copies, fair enough. Axe of Despair, Axe of Despair, Mage Power. Here I realized I could have had Game if I equipped that last Mask of Brutality. But I was too paranoid about losing my life points next turn for failing. Luckily, my opponent takes care of that for me. Yeah. Scoop, scoop, scoop. And this opponent also used the deck. I have no problem showing off the victories of people I'm actually playing against. It's not a big deal. I have no problem showing off the decks of the people I'm playing against. This is a highlight reel after all. I mean, I have no problem showing off these scoop wins I have. So, Power of Duality. I'm gonna take Power of the Guardians, because, man, that a good card. Five Desires gets me a Ben Kei, and that's basically it. My opponent sees I have Ben Kei, they count how many cards I've got that'll let me win. That's it. They don't have to let me attack. Alright. This is Nonon, and he's got a Witchcrafter deck. Witchcrafter! I hate Witchcrafters. Now, this is a tricky one, though. It's actually a lot of fun to look at. Or at least it should be. So, the best thing about my Armed Samurai deck is that the only ultra rares it actually needs are things like board wipes, and that's basically it. It's a very cheap deck to manufacture, and most of the key cards are either normal or rare. Either rare or super rare. So there's the boss monster, basically, Witchcraft and Madame there, and you can see here why Ben Kei, why I was kind of paranoid about it. But here we go. We're gonna attack directly, and then she's going to use the effective Witchcrafter to negate Ben Kei's attack and not lose his turn. But then this thing will increase my attack points and give Ben Kei protection. It's the nuttiest equipped spell out there, in my opinion. Witchcraft the Golem, and this is the bizarre thing. I have absolutely no idea. I like, did they just see the writing on the wall and decide to take care of it themselves? I don't know. That's a weird thing. Like, it says Melon did that, but really, that was no choosing to make the sacrifice there. Lightsworn. I actually wonder what the point of this deck was. Yeah, they have Blacklisted Soldier. 3 Judgment Dragon. Catch Dragon left in the air. But yeah, basically just Lightsworn. Dump Lightsworn to the graveyard. Summon your big Judgment Dragon. Oh, I forgot to check that they had Honest or not. Hold on. Normal Summon Raiden, and that's basically it. They didn't really dump anything in the graveyard that could help them, I noticed. But we open with Pod Duality, get Matazad the Zapper, you know what the drill is. Pod Desires. There you go, Power of the Guardians on Matazad, then Noble Arms Clarent. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm paranoid about that, Honest. Like, you don't just normal summon and pass unless you expect Honest in this kind of format. And we set Infinite Imperm in case something bad happens to us, since I know this guy's playing Lightsworn. Chaos Space to add Lesser Soldier to his hand, though they actually have a monster, so that searches a Chaos monster now. Luckily, I have Infinite Impermanence to stop my Matazad being banished by Blacklisted Soldier Envoy at the beginning. And now he's just kind of stacking up his field for whatever reason, even though I have a monster that can attack him directly. Yeah, he couldn't get rid of himself, which is why he couldn't use that Judgment Dragon he added. And that's it, basically. That will give me a bit of a scare, but you know the drill at this point. Boom. Okay, now let's yeah, the graveyard, what drive on Star Leash, Sage Fret, Shadow Dragon. Oh, okay, so Shadow Light Sworn would allow them to add more resources or take away resources from the opponent. But okay, no Honest anywhere. And this guy, Skull Servant. Huh. Yeah, hold on. I was actually kind of surprised at this because I was pretty sure I was going to lose, honestly. But Duality into Lightning Storm. You know you love it. Take care of the back row. And he max C's. Two call by the Grave are gone. Okay. And we just keep drawing, make sure we get everything we need through the OTK. Okay. And that should be it. I just go for overkill because why not? Okay. Yeah, I confess there's another Skull Servant deck I dueled against that I lost to because there was really no way for me to recover from the fact that I kind of messed up my play there. But no, okay, yeah, the other Skull Servant guy. I'm only showing my wins just because I want this video to be nice and brief because this is much more enjoyable for me to put out for Master Duel content than the, oh boy, the SP duels. If I did that, oh boy. Alright. Usually in the Lightning Storms, we can take care of the back row, but this is a surprise. Pressing card, something I never heard of before. Forces me to discard my entire hand and then draw 5 new cards. And that saves him for this turn, because I pretty much had him for game. Mass Brutality, Mazda the Zapper, direct attack twice. Then again, it's a realistic deck. What are you supposed to do? That could have been way worse for us. Honestly though, Trick Stars without their extra deck is kind of a weird thing for me to see because most of their best cards are extra deck monsters that enhance the place of their like field spell and regular monsters. But we just used Hey Trune in case we got hit by another one of those trap cards. And that's it. Last up on the highlight reel, the first highlight reel is another replay. But yeah, having these replays and having them recorded on my YouTube channel means I don't have to worry about the whole only 10 replays ever space issue. I can show off all this content and have you guys refer to it over and over again. And just refer to it myself over and over again. He sets up Nataza Mask. He sets up a pretty powerful beat stick. It's just unfortunate that his build for this deck is inferior to ours for one reason and one reason specifically. It's not Psychic Blade, but Noble Arms Clarence, which lets us directly attack. And since the opponent knew where this was going, he decided to quit right there. But yeah, and this is 10 duels straight up. So if you want to know how many medals I've gotten in the XC's Festival, it's 5,000. With the reward list being right here. 50, 100, 300, 500, 700, 800, 850, 900, 1100, 1150, 1200, 1500. Next on the list is getting the Palladium Oracle Mahad screen here, like the monster screen. How many times do you guys have seen this monster when I boot up Master Duel, and now we finally have him as a screensaver on our home menu? It's nuts. But yeah, there's gonna be a part 2 to this. I'm pretty sure it'll just be the only other thing I do, because I don't feel like there needs to be like 3 parts about this. At some point, you know, I'm just gonna keep winning and keep getting the rest of my the medals. I'm having more fun showing you guys my highlights like this instead of wasting time getting to really boring duels. So thank you guys for watching this. Part 2 of the extra 0 events, and my highlights will be dropping as soon as I get around to taking them down. I'll be using a different deck. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.